Hey, mini money mentors. I'm sure you might have seen some of those articles here. Something like this Gen Z are traveling and all that type of stuff. Today, we're diving into a critical issue that affects all of us parents, okay? And that has something to do with these headlines here. Did you know that about 47% of millennials and 42% of Gen Z are willing to go into debt just for a summer vacation? This isn't just about FOMO, it's a sign of financial crisis, if you ask me, all right? It's brewing for the next generation, but here's the hope it starts with us, especially as parents. So, in the next few minutes, I'll reveal the three biggest money traps facing today's youth and share five powerful strategies to transform your home into a financial classroom, setting your kids up for a lifelong financial success. So, are you ready? But first, let me share a little story that really opened my eyes to this problem. Last month, I was helping my neighbor Tom move some furniture, okay? And his 24-year-old daughter, Emma, had just moved back home. As we worked, Tom opened up about the situation. I was like, oh, what's going on here? Something is off. Emma, generally a bright kid with a good marketing job, was drowning in debt. She'd maxed out not one, but two credit cards, trying to keep up with her friends' lifestyle. Fancy dinners, weekend trips, and the latest tech gadgets. Now, I'm guilty of it too, okay? But she just couldn't afford her rent anymore, okay? So you kind of have to make a choice here. I, you know, Tom said to me, I thought we taught her better. And he was shaking his head and, couldn't believe it. And he also mentioned that she earns really good money, but between the student loans and this new debt, that she's living paycheck to paycheck. How did we miss this? All right, that was Tom's question. And Tom's stories hit home for me. If this could happen to Emma, raised in a financially responsible household, what about other young adults, okay, and our children as millennial parents, okay? How do we avoid that situation? So this conversation sparked my interest into the financial challenges facing our kids and us as millennial parents as well. Let's be honest about it, okay? And here's what I discovered. First up, I'll call it the YOLO trap, okay? The social media's financial fallout, if you will. 40% of young adults choose vacation over saving money. Why? Because they're bombarded with images of their peers living seemingly luxurious lifestyles on social media. What can we do about it? Well, decode social media costs together. Next time you see a fancy vacation post with your kids, turn it into a game. Ask how much do you think this trip would cost. Then break it down. Flights, hotel, food, activities. It's a great way to show the real cost behind those glamorous photos. And then you could do a side game where you basically ask your kids, how could you just pretend that you're on that vacation without actually doing it? Maybe you've seen those videos where people pretend like they're in an airplane over some tropical island, but in the end, it's just basically they're holding their hand, something like a toilet seat next to their head, and then behind them is just a TV, right? And it looks like an airplane window, but it's not. A lot of the stuff out there, the luxurious lifestyle, is fake, all right? It is fake. And even my brother, who's a very big influencer, recently made a post in front of a yacht, and he said, look, I'm just standing in front of this yacht. I'm taking a picture. I don't need to buy it, all right? It still looks great on a picture, so you get the idea, okay? So it's important for our kids to understand not everything that you see online is just the reality of things. But moving on to the second point. Let's call it the great gratification game, okay? We live in a world of one-click ordering and same-day delivery. I'm guilty of that as charged, okay? This is I want it now mindset. It's terrible for money management, okay? And to combat this, try the marshmallow game with your kids. Offer them one treat now or two if they wait 15 minutes. It's a fun way to teach delayed gratification, a crucial skill for financial success. Now, If your kid just grabs that one treat right away, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. But you can kind of teach them what would happen if they would wait. There's been some studies on that. You can see the videos online as well. And it's generally a good model that you can also do with other things if you don't want to do it with marshmallows. Personally, I wouldn't do it with marshmallows. But if you have something, maybe a toy, something where you can really show them if they wait 15 minutes without touching that thing, they'll get a bigger reward at the end. And then the third point here is the adults have it figured out myth. All right, I want you to think about that. Here's a shocking statistic for you. 69% of Americans can have less than $1,000 in savings. And many kids actually just assume financial stability just happens when you grow up. We need to shatter that myth. Make your kitchen table a financial classroom. Have a monthly paying party where your kids can watch you manage household expenses. Explain what each bill is for and how you budget for those costs, okay? It's not just something that happens. You actually have to try to be financially literate. And that's what we're trying to do on this channel and in the newsletter as well. So, by the way, if you haven't already, feel free to sign up at minimoneymentors.com to get weekly free newsletter tips into your inbox where you can learn how to teach your kids about financial literacy. Moving on to point 4, the power of starting early. Did you know that financial habits formed before age 7 can last a lifetime? Yeah, actually what I learned prior to having kids is that by the time my kids are 4 years old, most of their character is already formed in a certain way, okay? So it'd be really important, really careful what you teach them before that time. And then for financial literacy, you got time until 7 because it's a little bit more complex. But that's why it's crucial to start early. Create a type of future millionaire fund with your kids, and for every dollar they save, maybe match it, all right? Use a visual tracker to show their progress. That's always fun. And it's not about the amount, really. It's about building the saving habit. So it could be you could start with something like stars or little rewards. It doesn't have to be necessarily money. What I did was I had those fake coins. Let me see if I can find them here. Stuff like this, okay? Give them fake coins to play around with. This is plastic, right? Just to get an experience, okay? And talking about experiences, this is my point number 5. Real life money experience. Theoretical knowledge isn't enough in today's complex financial world. Kids need hand-on experiences. Try monthly money challenge, all right? Give your kids a month's salary in play money, okay? Have them budget for everything: housing, food, transport, fun stuff. When they run out of cash for something they want, it'll be a real eye-opener. Maybe if you want to make it more harder, have them budget for taxes as well, because a lot of kids don't even realize that they have to pay taxes later. Now, you may be thinking, this sounds great, but I'm not a financial expert myself. Don't worry, you don't need to be. Simple, consistent teachings make a huge difference. Here's an easy way to get started. Implement, for example, something you could call the Money Mentor Mondays. Have a 5-minute money chat at the dinner table every Monday. Play one financial game or do one money activity as a family each week. Then help kids divide their earnings or allowance into saving, spending, and giving categories. Personally, I do that with envelopes, really easy. And then I have my daughter, for example, strike through the amount that's in there and then write the new amount every time she adds money. And then fourth, share one of your own money wins or mistakes each month. Okay? And that's how simple it can be. Because remember, the financial future of our kids is at stake. And many times that's also our financial future, because the better we educate them on that, the less of a burden there will be once they leave the house on us. And maybe they'll even help us in our old age. Who knows? Okay? But the power of the change is in your mind, in our hands. So by turning our homes into vibrant financial classrooms, we can raise a generation of money-smart kids ready to thrive in any economy. And the best part, you'll probably learn a thing or two yourself along the way, which is fun too, because remember, if you teach something, you learn it twice. And that's pretty much it for today, Money Mentors. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with other parents. That would be amazing if you can do that. I want to create the best resource for millennial parents when it comes to teaching their kids how to become financial geniuses. Okay, so with that being said, until next time, keep those piggy banks full and those money talks going. I'm Camille Bank for Mini Money Mentors. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.